Trump's brash style of diplomacy struck again, and this time it was aimed at Canada. In a recent meeting at Trump's luxurious Mar-a-Lago resort, the former US president casually suggested a solution to Canada's concerns over looming tariffs, joining the United States as the 51st state. Yes, you heard it right. During a dinner with Justin Trudeau, Trump remarked that if Canada couldn't handle the trade deficits and impending tariffs, they could simply merge with the US, and Trudeau could serve as the governor of Canada, now a US state. The context: Trump had announced his plans to impose a 25% tariff on goods imported from Canada. Trudeau, representing Canada's economic interests, arrived in Florida to address this issue. The meeting reportedly lasted 3 hours, but the most headline-grabbing moment was this offhand comment. Trump even went further, suggesting that Canada could be split into 2 states, one liberal and one conservative, to fit better into America's polarized politics. Sources describe Trudeau's reaction as a mix of awkward laughter and diplomatic composure. It's clear the Canadian leader did not take the remark seriously, but the underlying tone, whether it was a joke or a veiled insult, was hard to miss. After the dinner, Trudeau labeled the discussions productive, but sidestepped any reference to the 51st state comment. The fallout from this remark has been a mix of amusement and outrage. Trump supporters celebrated it as classic Trump alpha male humor. One social media user called it the most alpha thing ever, while others used it as an opportunity to praise Trump's hardline stance on trade. On the flip side, critics decried it as another example of Trump's reckless approach to international relations. Imagine joking about annexing an entire country to avoid tariffs, one user wrote online, branding Trump a nutjob. Beyond the viral comments, this moment speaks volumes about Trump's negotiation tactics. Bold, shocking, and unapologetically aggressive. His remark came at a time when Canada was voicing growing concerns about US protectionist policies, particularly the impact of the new tariffs on Canadian businesses and consumers. For Trump, however, it was a chance to flaunt his America First agenda, even at the expense of diplomacy. Adding another layer to the story, Trump quipped that the title of Prime Minister sounded better than Governor, perhaps a slight concession to Trudeau's dignity. However, the evening didn't just focus on tariffs and statehood jokes. Reports indicate that topics like drug trafficking, immigration, and cross-border crime were also on the table. Trudeau, who spent the night in a nearby private hotel, appeared cordial and composed throughout his visit. Photographs show the 2 leaders smiling and sharing a meal of crab cocktails and oysters, but behind the smiles lay an uneasy tension. Trump's suggestion of annexation wasn't just a joke, it touched on historical sensitivities. For Canadians, the idea of losing sovereignty is far from amusing, especially in the shadow of America's political dominance. For Americans, it showcased the sharp divide between Trump loyalists who love his brash style and critics who see his comments as reckless and damaging to international relations. So, was this another example of Trump's showmanship, or a calculated attempt to assert dominance over America's northern neighbor? Either way, the world noticed. What do you think of Trump's bold 51st state comment? Was it just a joke, or does it highlight deeper tensions between the US and Canada? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Crime Chrono for more raw and unfiltered takes on political dramas and global events shaping our world.